Good morning, everyone. It is April 6th. I really had to check all my devices to figure that out today. And we are entering the fourth week of At Home and live yoga with Gentle Sarah. Gentle yoga, good God. Gentle yoga live off of Facebook streaming. And I've got Lance and Carrie Ann collecting their towels right now. So go ahead and collect your towel as well. And get ready to go. We're also going to use a strap or a belt of some sort if you've got one of those. Just a regular fashion belt will work great. Okay, here we are. Happy Monday. We're going to start lying down as my people here are negotiating. So lie down. Your head could be on one of your towels if you wanted.
Can we stay this way?
Lance wants to know if we can stay lying down the whole class.
No.
And the answer is no, we cannot. However, we are going to soften here. So go ahead and put your feet on the floor, knees up, and bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Okay? Like Carrie Ann is here. And I want you to feel your breath rise in your body on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Rise in your body on the inhale and fall on the exhale. So we're just deepening our relationship with our breath and down into this diaphragmatic space. Good morning. I see folks joining us. I hope you had a good weekend. We're having rainy day business at our house this morning. So we're lying down, feet flat on the floor, knees up, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, tuning into your breath space. It continues to be National Poetry Month, and so I have a poem to start our practice off. Continue to feel your breath as you allow these words to pass over and around you. This is a poem by Alison Seeley. It's called The Mother of Poetry. A person, for example, can lie in her bed all afternoon or all her life and never know where the true center is. It's summer again, high sky in the persimmon tree, laundry baking on the line, and a bullfrog in late morning. Among the tall grasses, there is no certainty except for beauty. Not in the world, not in the body. I cannot know precisely, nor intimately, the very things holding me together. Not the center of the small of my own back, not the nape of my own neck, not the soul. But evidence of the finite is also evidence of the infinite. One is born of the other, and there is no such thing as nothing. Go ahead and bring your hands to the sides of your rib cage and see if you can wrap your wrist down towards the floor, fingertips up towards the top of your rib cage, and feel your breath expand out laterally to the sides as you're inhaling, and feel it draw together, your ribs draw together as you exhale. So we're just finding these different places where the breath lives in the body and developing this greater sense. Finding the finite, this finite movement within the breath. And also in finding that finite movement of breath, feeling the infinite, that this breath continues whether we are consciously working it at every second or whether we are pausing in our world. So give yourself time to really go into the rib space. release your hands by your sides. And let's consciously bring the breath into the body. So we'll do a little bit of a 3-part breath series. You're going to empty out all the way. You're going to fill up your belly and pause. Fill up your ribs and pause. And then fill up your chest and pause. And then let everything go. One smooth, all the way out. Fill up your belly. Pause. Fill up your ribs. Pause. Fill up your chest. Pause. And then let everything flow out. Belly. Ribs. Chest. Everything flows out. 2 more times, just like this. Belly. Ribs. Chest. Flow everything out. Belly. Ribs. Chest. Flow everything out. And then check in. Lie down, either let your eyes become completely unfocused or closed, and feel how your body is in this moment. What is the shifting? What are the thoughts? I've had some really lovely conversations with some of you over the last couple of weeks about just how we're all doing. And it's been so good to hear everyone's voices, to see faces through the internet, but also to hear that I'm not the only one having a hard time. And also I'm not the only one having good times. And feeling that play, that exists in every moment. That every moment has the potential to be a hard time, and every moment has the potential to be a good time. And I love hearing how different people are digging in and finding the sweetness or finding the good in these moments at home. All right, we're going to move. Bring your arms out in cactus so that your elbows are bent, and let your hands fall to the floor above your head. Yeah. And we're going to do gentle rotation in the head, okay? So as you inhale, nose is going to be in the center, and then as you exhale, you're going to turn your head to the right. Inhale to center, exhale, turn to the left. And just feel. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Stay right. And I want you to see how much of the curve of your right ear you can move towards the floor. And then lift your chin up. So it's really, reach your chin towards your fingertips a little bit, and then draw your chin down towards your shoulder. So you're doing a little up and down action with your head still tilted. So we're exploring into that action in the side of the neck. And come neutral. And bring your nose to center. And then take your left ear towards the floor. And see how much of the curve of that ear you can move down. Shrug your shoulders down a little bit just to create that little pinning effect. And then we'll do that same little nod. Nose goes towards your fingertips, and then chin goes down towards your shoulder. Just a few times, feeling. And maybe you'll encounter one side that says, oh, hello. And maybe you'll encounter one side that says, oh, yes. Or maybe they're both in the same space. Come neutral. Nose to neutral. Release your arms by your sides. If you have your towel behind your head, I'd like you to slip it out now. We're going to do a couple of rolling bridge poses. So make sure your towel is free from your head, and your arms are going to get involved in this one. So we'll inhale, lift the hips, swing the arms up, maybe just towards the ceiling, maybe all the way over the head. And then exhale and bring bottom and hands down at the same time. So inhale, lift your bottom, reach your arms. Exhale, release down. So we're consciously bringing a little bit of heat and awareness into the base of the neck. We're wanting to inspire the throat here. And then also acknowledging that the neck, head, and face are very intimately connected to the shoulders and the arms. So any class that is focused around head, neck, and face is also definitely going to have elements of arms and shoulders and also core work because of a deep linkage between the throat and the belly. All right, go ahead and press down into your feet, lift your hips up, push your elbows down into the floor now. And we'll take this prolonged bridge pose for 3 more breaths. See if you can feel the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then release those spaces. Belly, ribs, chest, release those spaces. Belly, ribs, chest, release those spaces and release your hips down towards the floor. Go ahead and release down, guys. Draw your right knee into your chest. Hug in. Hold on to the right knee. Extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. And then you can work with this leg straight or you can bend the knee. And we're just going to do a few. Inhale, take that left leg down. Exhale, bring it back up again. So about 5. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Draw your throat back. Notice any tension that's going into that space. 2 more times. Down. And up. Down. And up. And then hug your left knee into your chest. Hold on to both of them and rock a little side to side. And then capture your left knee, extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Either work with a bent knee or a full-on straight leg. Draw those low ribs down, deepen your throat back. Inhale, release the leg down. Exhale and draw the knee or the whole leg up. Inhale down. Exhale 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 up. Pull your knees into your chest and rock a little side to side. I don't know if any of you have been checking out the Claremont Club's various videos that are happening on Facebook and also on YouTube, but there's a really great one on core strengthening that Brittany posted in the last couple of days, along with a challenge and how to sort of upscale your core strength over the next few weeks in isolation. So if that's interesting to you, do check that out. Brittany Perkins posted that one. All right, we're going to take a little side-to-side movement. Release your arms by your sides. You can go back to cactus. You can stretch your arms wide. You can leave them by your side, but we just want to let the knees go. So right knees to the right. Inhale up. Knees to the left. Inhale up. Knees to the right. Inhale up. Exhale left. They want me to slow down. And right. Up. And other side. Let's finish out one more cycle. At your own speed. And then pull in. Hug your knees. Roll to the side. And ease yourself up to a seat. And we're all going to kind of sneak into the viewfinder here. We'll see what happens. So you can sit on your towels. You can sit on your heels. You can sit on your bum in Sukhasana. Okay? Take your hands and pet from your chin down to your collarbones. And do that a couple of times. Just pet from your chin to your collarbones. And when you get to your collarbones, you can nod your head side to side if you want. Or you can just pet. Chin to collarbones. Chin to collarbones. And then this next time, when you get to your collarbones, I want you to pin that flesh down. So think about using a little bit of a clawing action. Of course, don't pierce your skin or make yourself uncomfortable. And then we're just gonna nudge the head a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. And you'll feel, if you move out towards your shoulders, we get to the attachment point below the collarbone for the sternocleidomastoids. And you'll feel a nice tug as you go side to side. And just let that space feel stretchy. All right, come upright, release your hands, shake them out. And now I want you to do like you're typing on a computer, okay? So we're typing on a keyboard. And I want you to tap all around your face, little taps, little taps. You don't have to rub, little taps on your forehead, towards your ears, across your cheekbones, into the bridge of your nose, down your nose, across the cheekbones, towards your jaw. Soften your jaw even, below your cheekbones, on your upper lip. We'll all have to wash our hands after we're done with this. I was talking to Antoinette this weekend. She's like, everybody's videos are all about how we have to wash our hands. Go across your mandible, your jawbone here. And then make sure you check in with the old TMJ space, okay? So the space right in front of your ears, down towards the corner of your jaw. And just light taps, no bruising, okay? Light taps in this space. And use your fingertips and nudge your jaw side to side. And you may notice clicking. I can't really talk and do that. You may notice clicking, you may not. Hopefully not. But if you do, welcome it. Say, oh, look, tension, found some. Now I want you to push into that tibial mandibular joint there, okay? So pushing upwards, and I don't think I said that. That's not the right name for that joint. I'm gonna have to look it up and come back to you. Okay, pushing up. It is the mandibular, but it. Okay. And then get right below those cheekbone space and do some serious pressure. So you want to push down, keep your jaw slack, draw your throat back, sort of hang your cheekbones on your fingertips. Notice for me, the back of my neck starts to release when I put this pressure here. And then release that space. Just notice what happened for you. It's like a tasting gallery over here, the sounds that are happening. Okay, so we're gonna come back to this neck pet. I want you to go from your chin down to your collarbones, pin your flesh down, and we're gonna take the right ear over to the right shoulder. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left ear down to left shoulder. Inhale, up. And then we're gonna do a little bit of that nodding space again, okay? So we're gonna let the right ear go to the right shoulder. And now we're gonna sweep the nose a little bit towards the ceiling, and then the nose a little bit towards the shoulder. Ooh. A little bit towards the ceiling, a little bit towards the shoulder, a little bit towards the ceiling, a little bit towards the shoulder. Come neutral, lift your head. Turn your head the other way, pin down, make sure your right fingers are really pushing down there, and then we'll sweep a little bit towards the ceiling, oh gosh, a little bit towards the shoulder. Don't push beyond that initial place of whoa, okay? Just explore to it and come out of it. You may discover that today your range of motion is a lot different than you thought it was going to be. And that's okay. You just say, wow, that's fun. Come neutral, lift up, release your hands, and we're gonna go back behind the head. So take your fingers right into your hairline, and I want you to do like this, like you're petting a dog's ears or something, okay? Just rub up and down. And I want you to feel for that space between your neck and your skull. So there's a lot of really fabulous connective tissue between the neck and the skull. And we just want to bring some awareness to it. We want to say, hey there, guys. There's some big muscles. So now you can take your thumbs and sweep up your neck towards behind your ears. Sweep, and feel yourself get longer. Sweep, and feel yourself get longer. So some of these muscles are really big. Some of these muscles are just like little stitches. They're like little sutures between the spine and the occipital bone, okay? Now I want you to take your thumbs from your ears towards your neck and just do little circles, little circles, little circles. And your fingers could get involved. They could move your scalp, like when you get in the salon, getting in the shampoo bowl. You know, that's going to be a joy. That's going to happen again when we get to see each other, right? We hang out with a really beautiful hairstylist. We love her, Miss Nicole. But I know all of us have relationships with those people. So if you have somebody's phone number who does your hair, send them a little love. Send them that text message. Say you miss having your head in their shampoo bowl. I miss my head in your shampoo bowl. I know for them. Grab your hair now, if you have some, and wiggle your scalp around. If you don't, you use pressure. You push down and wiggle the skin of your scalp around. So there's that shampoo bowl moment. We wish you could do it for us, Nicole, but we'll do it for ourselves right now. Okay. Call your person. Let them know how much you appreciate their touch, because I know right now that that's very isolating. If you work with people, it is super isolating right now because you can't be with them. We're going to come on up to standing. Let's do it. Come up to standing. All right. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows, look to the right. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows, look to the left. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows, look to the right, and then do a little bit of look up towards your fingertips and look down towards your elbow. Look up towards your fingertips and look down towards your elbow. Up towards your fingertips, down towards your elbow. Sweep your chin to center, release your arms down, swing them. And then you can let your knees bob. You can be in it. I was, in my own practice, I've been doing as much freeing movement as I can because I've been noticing myself getting rigid. You know, it must be perfect. Let that go. Reach your arms up, bend your elbows. My family's all happier when I'm not working on perfection. Mm-hmm. Take your gaze to the left, and then inhale, center. Take your gaze to the left, and then we'll do that little bob. Look up as you inhale, look down as you exhale. Look up as you inhale, look down as you exhale. Look up and look down. And then come neutral, look right in the middle of your forearm. Gaze to the center, release your arms and swing. So just like we did, I think we did this one on Friday, was to do the rainbird situation, okay? So you gotta make sure you have enough space that you're not gonna whack your child or your spouse, and you need to have enough space so you're not gonna hit any furniture, okay? So give yourself space. And I'm gonna do a quick demo, and then I'm gonna let these guys do it, okay? So right hand to heart, left hand to heart. Just make sure it's free flowing movement, you soften your knees, I'm gonna get out of it, you guys continue. Just let all of the stress that's hanging out in your neck, your shoulders, your head, just fling it off of your heart. Grab it, fling it off of your heart. Let it float away from your fingertips. Right now, all throughout your house, your stress is flying away from you. Right into the dog, evidently. But think about grabbing it and flinging it away. We disturbed Fugo. Okay, come to neutral. Step your feet wide. We're gonna go towards warrior two. Bend your turn your right toes up, bend your right knee. Open your arms wide. Draw your navel point in and take your tailbone down. Oh yeah, these guys' bodies are getting so smart. See if you can extend all the way out through your fingertips. Like really unbend your elbows, particularly the back elbow. That one's always sort of reluctant because we're not looking at it, okay? And then I want you to play with your gaze. Think throat back. So everybody look forward. And I figured it's going to give me her weight. Draw your throat back. Think about that space where we were massaging earlier at the base of your skull. Bring that space back. And then look over your right hand. Inhale, center. Look to your left hand. Inhale, center. Look to your right hand. Inhale, center. Exhale, look to the left. One more time. Look right. Reach out more powerfully through your fingers. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Yes. And then release your hands down. Ha. Turn your right toes forward, left toes out. Bend your left knee. Pull the feet together. Drop your tailbone down. Lift your low belly space. Take the ribs back. Shoulder blades onto the back. Float your arms up. And take your gaze right to the middle. Think about lining up your chin with your belly button. Yes. And fabulously stretch out through those arms. Imagine that your hands are the surface that you're going to cook your breakfast on. And you have several eggs that you need to cook. So really make your hands really, really broad. Big enough for several eggs to be cooked on. Okay? Palms go down. Palms face down. All right. Inhale. Neutral. Exhale. Look to the left. Inhale. Neutral. Exhale. Look to the right. Inhale, neutral, exhale, left. Inhale, neutral, exhale, right. Inhale, neutral, exhale, left. Inhale, neutral, exhale, right. Then go ahead and take your chin, neutral, release your arms down, walk your feet together, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Or hop, if you're amazing. And 13. Okay. Bring your feet hip distance. Think 2 fists width between your hands, your feet. And we're going to sink the hips back, bend the knees, reach your arms forward, draw your shoulder blades onto your back. This is where the navel becomes important. So everybody just think about it right now. Soften your belly and notice what that does to your low back. Stand up. Yeah, not so good, huh? Navel, thigh stuff. Navel point in. Think about closing up the space a little bit between your anterior, superior iliac spines, your hip points, and your, everybody loves anatomy, and your low ribs. So think about that space closing up a little bit. Take your inner groins back, float your arms, sit down. Now, glide your chin forward and pull it back. Glide your chin forward and pull it back. Glide your chin forward and pull it back. Keep it drawing back. Drop your bum a little bit more. Pick up your belly button a little bit more. Maybe you reach your arms up. And can you still feel yourself breathing in this space, or are you rigid? Inhale. Exhale, stand up. You're going to be so glad to step your feet wide. So glad. Step your feet wide. Reach your arms wide. Imagine that your hands are resting on pillars of air. Like maybe you have fans underneath your hands that are pushing your hands up. And I'm going to want you to let your hands float up a little bit and then push down onto that air. So you're creating resistance. Push down onto that air. Yeah. Pull your shoulder blades towards each other. And as you do that, draw the navel point in. Turn your right thumb up. And reach down the inseam of your right. There we go. All right. So we're coming to triangle pose. So turn your right toes out. Sorry, I didn't say it all. Turn your right toes out. Reach down the inseam of your right leg. Yes. And then notice if you're leaning forward or leaning back, and see if you can find yourself. Imagine that your whole body's going towards the wall. And then I want you to look down towards your right hand. And just keep your gaze there. As you're looking down towards your right hand, bring your left hand to your left hip. Okay? Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Bend your forward knee. Inhale, draw yourself upright. Turn your right toes forward, turn your left toes out. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Place your hands down on those columns of air. Draw the shoulder blades together, tone the navel point. Think about pulling the heels together. Don't soften the forward thigh. And let's reach down the inseam of the left leg for triangle pose on this side. Look down towards your left hand. Yeah. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Draw the shoulder blades towards one another. And just feel this breath across the collarbones. Beautiful. Inhale, bend your knee, pull yourself upright. Turn your toes forward. Step, hop, jump. Somehow get your feet together. And stand. Turn, face the front edge of your mat, the short edge of your mat. Take your right foot back. Bend into your left knee. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your hands behind your head at the base of your hairline there. Draw your throat back as you pull your elbows forward. Bend your back knee. Tip your tail down. Draw your navel point in. Keep pushing the back of your head into your cupped palms as you straighten your back leg. And then bend the knee. Keep your navel moving back, your neck moving back as you straighten your back leg. Bend the back knee. Keep that space, throat and navel drawing back. Straighten the back leg. And exhale, step your feet together, release your hands. And you can swing a little bit. And then let's do something goofy, right? So bend your elbows, turn your palms up, and do a little bit like of neck circling, shoulder circling, think shimmying. Do something that you would not normally do standing around in your house with yourself or with others. Okay? Let freedom reign through the neck and the shoulders, here, the head. Release your arms, swing a little bit. Inhale where you're at. Exhale, step your left foot back. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace. Pull the throat back into your cupped hands. Bend your back knee, draw your tailbone down, navel point back. Keep the pressure of the base of the skull into those cupped hands. Pull the elbows forward, straighten the back leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the back leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the back leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the back leg. Release your arms, step forward. This time, interlace your hands back behind you loosely. Bring them to your bottom and do some of those same mobilizations. So think about swimming actions, do snake-like serpentine motions. They can involve your hips, they can involve your knees. We just want to bring movement into the upper body, the head and throat. Okay, we're going to take ourselves back into that warrior one sort of space, back to that high lunge. So release your arms. Inhale where you're at. Exhale, take your right foot back, please. Bring your hands to start back behind your head. Yeah, right there. Pull your elbows forward. Think about shoulder blades together. Navel point back. Nice. Tailbone down. Power up that back leg. Make it super straight and tall. Bring your awareness into this beautiful, strong throat and see if you can keep it long as you reach your arms up. If you cannot keep it long as you reach your arms up, then bend your elbows and see if you can keep it long as your elbows are bent and you're more in goalpost. So just notice where the throat wants to go, right? As we reach the arms up. Yes, keep it there. Your arms lifted, yes. And if you pull your navel point in a little bit more, you'll be able to feel the ability of the shoulders to reach, the arms to reach back behind you a little bit more. And then exhale and release your hands down, step your feet together. Inhale where you're at. Exhale, take your other foot back. I believe it's the left this time. Okay. Pull heels towards one another. Dip into the back knee slightly so you can find that tailbone, navel point. Take your hands behind you, throat connection. So the odd chakras, the root chakra, the fire chakra, Manipura, and the throat chakra, Vishuddha, are all connected. They're all linked in this way. Pull the heels together. Muladhara is the root chakra. Okay. And then bring your arms out ahead of you first. Shoulder blades onto the back. Think about keeping this neck space long. Back of the head drawing back. Maybe your arms sweep up. Maybe you feel your chin go forward and you choose to draw your elbows down and see if that gives you a little bit more space. So we want to think about length in Vishuddha. This is the space of voice. This is the space of ingestion. It's also a space of creativity. We share here. We share words and music and thinking. It's also a throughway between the brain and the rest of the body. Inhale where you're at. Exhale, step your feet together. Stand tall. And then I want you to bring your mind into your face right now. Notice your expression. Notice anywhere that feels silent or that feels is giving you a deeper sensation than you might normally notice. And if you've got something going on, if there's something that feels tense, go ahead and bring your fingers there. Bring your fingers there, and you can do little circling movements. You can do the little tapping movements. What I'm noticing for myself in this time space is that I'm not getting the escape buttons that I might normally have. You know, like, oh, I'll go to Trader Joe's and hang out with those amazing folks and get some good food, right? Those things aren't happening for me anymore. And so when my little tensions are building, those are usually my escape routes. Find another spot, give it some love. And you may be noticing those same things for yourself. So I am working on noticing those tensions as they're arising and doing small things for them, like changing where I'm sitting or checking in, what are my last couple of thoughts. Okay. I want you to bring your right foot back. Release your arms down, bring your right foot back. And I'm going to have these guys scoot back a little bit because we're going to move towards Warrior 3. So they're going to step back so they'll still be in the frame. There we go. Okay. Hands on your hips. Bend your back knee. Connect. Muladhara, root chakra. That's it. Draw the tailbone down. Manipura, navel chakra. Draw it in. Vishuddha, throat chakra. Draw it back. Okay? Now, as we exhale, we're going to draw ourselves forward onto our tippy toes. Maybe lift that right leg off. Exhale, put the foot back on the floor, settle back towards the heel or towards the toes. Inhale, shift up towards Warrior 3. Exhale, settle back. Inhale, shift up towards Warrior 3. Exhale, step back. Inhale, shift up towards Warrior 3 and see if you can hold it. So really kick back, and if you can't, you put your toes on the floor, right? You just let your toes rest gently on the floor. And think about drawing a long line from the inside of your right heel through your throat. Notice what you're doing with your chin right now. Tone your navel a little bit more, and then step back. Whew. Step your feet together. Release your arms. Notice if you've gathered tension around your jaw, right? Were you holding your breath? This is not easy work, this balancing work, and it brings up for us oh my God, probably I'm aging and I'm never going to be able to do this again. That's one of the thought processes that pass through my brain. But if you haven't done it in the last couple of weeks, of course it's going to be challenging. All right, left foot back. Bend into your right knee, hands to your hips. Connect to root chakra, pull your heels together, draw your tailbone down. Yes, nice. Navel chakra, draw the navel point in. Throat, Vishuddha, shoulder blades back, chin back. Okay, inhale, lean forward, maybe come up on those toes, maybe lift. Exhale, settle back. Inhale, float up. Exhale, settle back. Inhale, float up. Exhale, settle back. Inhale, float up. Hold. Embrace the wobble. Notice what's happened with your root chakra, what's happened with your navel chakra, what's happened with your throat chakra, or those spaces anatomically. Go ahead and release the foot back. So this tells me a lot of how I'm linked up. Go ahead and step your feet together. Let's release that. Step your feet wide, turn towards the long edge of your mat. Step your feet wide. Inhale, reach your arms up, 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 up. Bend your knees significantly, and exhale, put your hands on the floor in front of you. Yes. So I want you to get to a space where your head can dangle. So if you need to bring a chair into the mix, do that. If you need to bend your knees a lot more, then do that. And we're just going to sway the body, sway the upper body. You can bend your knees. Let yourself have that freedom of movement. Let your head hang. The important thing here is that the head is no longer in charge. Move yourself with your body. Let your head follow the movement of the body. The head is the seat of so much activity that we need to tell it to shut up. Be quiet up there. Okay, come to stillness. Lift your toes up. So when we lift the toes, we're initiating into that root chakra space. Then pull the heels towards one another as you settle the toes down. No, don't move them. Yeah. Think about moving your weight towards the balls of your feet. Yes. Lift your quadriceps, the front of your thighs, up, 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 up. Ooh. Lift your bottom higher. See if your head can dangle. You might choose at this point, and I'm going to come into the frame, you might choose at this point to walk your hands in line with your feet and bend your elbows and let your head dangle straight down. Or it might feel better for you to come more towards a downward facing dog with your arms out ahead, and you can bend your knees there and lift your belly and get a little bit of that fabulous spinal extension that yoga can give us. 3 more breaths. Let something you don't need go. Walk your hands either forward or back so they're right under your shoulders. Pin your feet down. So we're going to bend the knees a little bit, push the soles of the feet down. Bring your left hand to right under your heart, your right hand to your bottom. We're going to try not to let the bottom move as we roll the shoulders back and take our chest and our gaze to the right. So we're twisting. 3 breaths here. And then release. Hand down. So when I said hand to the heart, I meant hand on the floor under the heart. Oh. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on my cueing because obviously it didn't work around here. Okay. Right hand on the floor under your heart. Let's try that. Left hand on your sacrum. You don't have to grab your butt crack. That's what's happening here. Roll your shoulders back. I was going to say something about letting something go. You know, I was thinking gas, but you know, maybe you've got to let the sense of humor go. Draw the shoulder blades. And turn the chest to the left. The hips want to do the turning. So see if you can keep the hips steady. 2 more breaths. And then release down. Bend your knees a lot. Hands to your thighs. Come up slowly. We've had our head down for a long time, so the world may be wobbly. Give yourself opportunity to release that wobble. Okay. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Bring the feet towards one another. We're going to go down towards a squat. For some of us, it's not going to be a very low squat, okay? So be really present with your body. We're going to let the toes turn out slightly and give yourself outer hip distance, okay? Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, scoot your bum back, lean down. So you may stay right here, you may hover here.
Ugh.
You might have, hovering may not be in your moment, okay? If you are hovering, you put your hands on your thighs and you really push. If you're coming down and your heels don't land very well, then grab your towel and let yourself rest your heels on your towel. Otherwise, we're going to press elbows into thighs, thighs into elbows, draw the throat back, lengthen through the tailbone, through the crown of the head. And then take your hands back behind you, please, or stand up. We're coming down to a seat. Get your bum down, get your legs out ahead of you. Yeah, okay. And then I want you to lie down and put your belly on the earth. So lie down. Lie down, belly on the floor. Yes. Okay, pause. Ooh, imagine somebody would give you a nice back massage. That would be great, wouldn't it? Carrie Ann's available for at least another hour, I'm sure, for body work. Okay, hands by your sides, near your rib cage.
Feel like a seal.
Hands by your sides. Palms down by your sides. Hands beside your rib cage. Bend your elbows. There we go. We're getting there. Hands. Nice. Bend your elbows. Turn your fingertips towards your shoulders. There we go. All right. Setting up for cobra. Roll the shoulders back. And then walk, as you roll the shoulders back, walk your feet back. Tone your navel point. Inhale, lift your head just an inch off the floor. Exhale, settle your right ear down. Press down. Inhale, lift your head an inch off the floor. Exhale, settle your left ear down. Inhale, lift your head just an inch off of the floor. Walk back into those feet a little bit more. Hover your hands an inch off the floor. Oh yeah. Deepen your throat back. Nice. Draw your chin in. Yes, deepen your throat. Nice. Exhale, release down, right ear to the floor. Whole breath cycle in and out. Feel your belly move into the earth. The ribs go out to the sides. Walk your feet back. Press down through your calves. Lift your quads up. Tailbone goes down. Inhale, lift your head an inch off of the floor. Lift your hands an inch off of the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Nice. Yes. Hover. Release left ear to the mat. Pause. Okay, we're going to do some alternate spaces here. So I'm going to have everybody reach your arms out ahead of you. And claw, creep your hands across the floor. Creep, 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 fingertips across the floor. And then once you feel like, oh, my armpits are stretching, then draw your shoulder blades back. So you're getting broad across the top of your shoulders. Nice. Okay, inhale right here. Float your right arm up, right palm off the earth, left leg up. Exhale, release down. Inhale, other side. So left hand, right leg. Exhale, release. And you can decide to come up as far as you want. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. We're alternating. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Maybe you choose to keep your head down. Maybe you choose to lift your gaze. Just make sure you're deepening the throat back. You're keeping that fabulous length. Twice more. Inhaling and exhaling down. Inhaling, exhaling. Carrie-Ann's got to do one more side. You decide whether you're finishing out the right way. The right way. What's the right way? An equal number. There we go. That's the right way. Bend your elbows, rest your forehead. Stack your forearms. Sorry, bend your elbows, stack your forearms, rest your forehead on your forearms, and then shake your head side to side. So you're massaging the your forehead on your forearms. Yeah. Just shake. No. Does that feel okay?
I don't like stacking my forearms and resting my forearms.
Okay. Well, you can stack your hands instead. Okay. Bend your knees and wave your feet to the right. Wave your feet to the left. Wave your feet to the right. Wave your feet to the left. Wave your feet to the right. Wave your feet to the left. Roll all the way over. Find your two towels and come back. So we did this one last week as well. I really love the release that this one gives my head and shoulders. So one blanket is going to be your, Lance is battling for space with the dog. One of your towels is going to be your pillow space, and this one, it's about shoulder width. The other towel, I would recommend a roll, and you want to make sure that your roll is at least as wide as your chest, okay? Because we're going to roll on it. And then you're going to lie down on your side, your right side, your a towel or blanket is going to extend out behind you. Your shoulder's going to be on the floor, and your head's going to be on your pillow. So let me see if I can get a good picture of these fabulous folks. So you've got to come up, Karen, and you put that underneath your rib cage there. Okay. Is that oof? She says.
Under the rib cage.
Under the armpit, yeah. And make sure you've got, so Carrie-Ann's towel is sticking out a lot ahead of her. And so when she rolls back, she's going to probably fall off. So the goal is to not fall off of your props as you roll.
This
Okay.
Is comfortable.
Huh?
This is not comfortable.
Yeah, you've got it on your belly as opposed to your ribs.
Still not
Is that
comfortable.
better? You do want to have it. It needs to be a little bit pushy at you. It's not fabulously comfortable as these people are reporting. Okay, hands come together. Inhale, open up towards the ceiling. Exhale, close your hands. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, close your hands. Inhale, up towards the ceiling, and then reach back behind you, letting your torso roll towards a twist. Yeah. And then close everything up. Inhale, open up. You can let your knees accommodate, they can move. Exhale, come back together. Inhale, open up. And then stay. And at this point, if you're getting feedback from your body that this is not yummy, so like right now, Lance's arm is floating. I'm going to have him extend his top leg back so he can, just let that leg, he's going to let it be bent and foot on the floor, but you can extend the leg and just let it fall open. Yeah. And then you're getting this big lift through the rib cage. 2 more breaths, in and out. See how many different zones you can move. And then on this next exhale, bring your knees together, bring your hands together, roll over to your side. And then we're going to switch sides. So you can choose to just roll, you can sit up, But get to the other side of your body. Make sure that you've got space with props behind you. So not so much you're seeing a lot of prop in front of you, but that you're seeing prop behind you. And then we'll go ahead and go just to the ceiling. Inhale, reach your hand up, your top hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, bring your top hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands together. And this time you'll let yourself go all the way into the twist. Reach into the twist. And exhale, come back. And you're more than welcome to let that top leg go with you. Inhale, open into it. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open into it and stay. And you're going to let that leg accommodate. You're just going to let so this is really good for getting the chest open. It's expansive for the intercostal muscles, the muscles between the ribs. So just feel your father pinching your knee. That's what's happening at our house. He looks so angelic. This man looks angelic. All right, go ahead and close. He tells a great story about a dance class and a whistle. You'll have to find him, hunt him down after quarantine is over. Hunt him down and ask him about dance class and the whistle. Okay, bring your knees in towards your chest. Push your hands onto the floor. Lift yourself up to a seat. We're going to take a seated twist. Feel free to sit on your props so you can create a nice throne for yourself to occupy. You are, after all, the monarch of your own domain here. Extend that for you if you want.
I wish.
Your wish is you were the monarch. All right, or you can just be the painted lady of your domain. Okay, right knee into your chest. Hug it in. Right hand slides back behind you. Fingertips on the floor. Roll your shoulder back. Inhale, lift the center of your chest. Exhale, turn your gaze to the right. Maybe you hook your right knee with your left elbow. Inhale, come back to neutral. Extend your right leg. Draw your left knee in. Cup with your right hand. Lift your chest towards your thigh. Sweep your left hand back behind you. Roll your shoulders back and turn. You can hook the elbow around the knee, or you can cross if that feels better for your body. On your inhale, come center. Draw your right foot in. We're going to repeat. So I'm going to give you a foot variation. If you would like, you can deepen this by stepping your right foot across your left thigh. If your right foot does not fully land on the floor, you got to back off. So you bring it back in front of you. Right hand sweeps behind you. Maybe you go a little bit further. Maybe you take your hand in line with your tailbone. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, turn to the right. You don't want to strain into space. You want to still be able to feel those subtle spaces in your body breathing. So the belly's going to rise and fall. The ribs are going to expand and contract. The chest is going to lift and release. Inhale, come back. Send your right leg away. Draw your left knee in. Choose. Left foot comes across if it can land fully on the floor. Oh yeah, we're hitting some good stuff. And then right hand, left knee. Left hand back behind. Maybe it goes near your sacrum, or tailbone. Roll the shoulders back. The sacrum is not the tailbone. The coccyx is the tailbone. Draw the rib cage back. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, turn to the left. Again, spend time feeling the breath. Go into the belly and retreat. Feel it go into the ribs and retreat. See if you can feel your breath around your shoulder blades, around your scapula. On your inhale, come back, release your feet away, and we're going to go ahead and lie down. If you want to use your towel, a towel for a pillow, you may do that. Draw your right knee in. Pull your right toes back towards your face. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh and nudge your right knee away. So your right hand could be part of the nudging. And then notice how the rest of your spine is accommodating that reach away. So notice if your belly's rising up, if your tailbone's flipping up, find that. Hip stretch. Breathing in and out of your nose. Choose to stay here or choose to intensify. You can intensify by bringing the left knee in towards the chest. Ooh, yeah. Can you still feel those zones of breath? The belly, the ribs, the chest. And then release, down, uncross the right ankle from the left thigh, draw the left knee in, pull the toes back towards your face, nudge the left knee away. Notice if your right hip wants to rise, see if you can keep it down. Still breathing, still feeling your zones. If you want to intensify, you start to draw your right knee in towards your chest. All chaos is breaking loose today. Maybe just in the hips, right? Breathe into that space. Feel your belly, your ribs, your chest. And then release on down. Oh, under your feet. Okay. Notice if there's anything else you want before we take Shavasana. So either happy baby pose, or maybe a little quick hamstring stretch, or maybe you're ready to extend your legs and do nothing. So notice what your body wants and what your response to your body is. And then go ahead and release yourself all the way to the floor. And relax your body. I'm going to give you our poem again, today's poem for National Poetry Month. Alison Seeley's Mother of Poetry. A person, for example, can lie in her bed all afternoon or all her life and never know where the true center is. It's summer again, high sky in the persimmon tree, laundry baking on the line, and a bullfrog in the late morning among the tall grasses. There is no certainty except for beauty, not in the world, not in the body. I cannot know precisely nor intimately the very things holding me together, not the center of the small of my own back, not the nape of my own neck, not the soul. But evidence of the finite is also evidence of the infinite. One is born of the other, and there is no such thing as nothing. Allowing the finite feeling of your body on the floor to echo the constellations in the sky, the millions of pieces that make up you, the strands of DNA, as numerous as the number of mosquitoes on Earth. As the number of other galaxies. Feeling the finite defining the infinite. Giving yourself permission to just drift a little bit, to not be in charge. Remembering in this time to feel your breath, but let it be without strain. To feel the focus of your mind, and when it falls away, to draw it back into the living moment. To work with the spaces of moderation. Moderate in our fear. We have a finite amount of time together, and I would like to invite you into a meditative space. If you would like to take your meditation where you are, you may, but just be really truthful with yourself about whether you're going to fall asleep if you choose to stay lying down. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Draw your knees into your chest. Roll to a side and lift yourself up to a seat. This week, we're practicing a meditation led by counting. So start by finding a seat where you feel comfortable, sitting on a towel, sitting on a pillow, maybe sitting in a chair. And feel the spaces of breath. As you inhale, feel the belly, feel the ribs, feel the chest. And then feel the belly and the ribs and the chest as you exhale. And let yourself soften. Practicing that non-excess, that moderation in intake of breath. And the concentration of the mind. The next time you have an inhale, I want you to name it 100. Exhale 99. Inhale 98. Exhale 97. Inhale 96. Exhale 95. Inhale 94. Exhale 93. Stay with it. Your own counting. If your brain wanders away from your number, pull yourself back to that concentration. I'm going to give you a little visualization that helps me. As I inhale, I think about a line coming straight into the back of my skull and dropping down my spine. And as I exhale, it rises up my spine, comes to the center of my skull, and pushes out through the center of my forehead. Drawing that number in and down, letting that number rise up and out. If you lose track of what number you're on, don't worry about it. Just go back to the last one you remember. This is one of the practices of concentration that we work in yoga. And concentration is one of the 8 limbs. It is a precursor to total meditation. But letting ourselves live in the space of each breath, feeling that draw in and down, the rise up and out. If you get as far as 50, you're going to let that number be both inhale and exhale. So 50 will be the draw in and down and up and out. And 49 will be a draw in and down and up and out. Let go of whatever number you're on and allow yourself to breathe. Feel the space you've created in your mind. For some of us, meditation is something we fall into easily. And for others of us, it is a struggle. For me, it depends on the day. Bring your hands to your heart. Hold something beautiful and wonderful in the center of your palms. The memory of new life, of chicks and bunnies and small plants, puppies. Feel that lightness of new. Unbow your head to new. Feel the wisdom of the earth that we sit on. Feel the cycles of aging and renewal that happen every day. The light that lives inside of me celebrates and honors that same light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your practice. Thank you for sharing it with me and everyone else here. Have a beautiful day. Thank you all for being here. Have a great Monday. Bye-bye.